Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're testing Siren Blood Curse. Now this game was requested by LuisDay6893, and as you guys can already tell, this is a PlayStation 3 title which is running on the RPCS3 Emulator on the 2020 M1 MacBook Air. Now quick shout out to Comrade Skeleton for reminding me where I could download older builds of the RPCS3 emulator, since I wasn't able to get the most recent build to run on Mac OS Sonoma. So thank you very much, buddy. Now, as you guys can see, the game's running at a resolution of 1280 by 720p, and it's set at 30 FPS. However, you guys can see that the frame rate's always hovering between 28 to 30 frames per second. So I'm guessing that this was something, normal back in the day. Now, regarding performance and overall gameplay, you guys can see right now that, on the textures, we're having issues here with shadows and shaders being rendered. So there's going to be a lot of black noise and black patches and, just all this, all these artifacts showing up because probably the shadows aren't being properly rendered. So that's just one of the issues that we have encountered while testing the game, but that doesn't seem to affect the actual gameplay. Now, the only issue we have is here, as you guys can see, when that double screen opens up, we're seeing, our camera and the zombified cop's camera, the guy we're trying to run away or escape from, and the frame rate has dropped. So it's almost as if, it had to double down on resources to be able to give, two POVs. And since it did, it just cuts the frame rate by 2. So as you guys just saw, when we get both perspectives, the frame rate will drop to around 14 to 15. Just keep that in mind if you actually want to play the game. Now, as I said earlier as well, you guys can see that, for example, look at the door, look on the walls here. We're seeing all this artifacts showing up. It's probably just the shadows and the shaders just probably not rendering properly, and as a result, we're getting all these black textures, all these black artifacts on the existing textures. Now, that said, regarding the rest of the game, I must say that I'm pretty surprised that it's actually running. Sound's doing fine, overall image quality is doing fine, gameplay is doing fine. I'm not finding any input lag or any issues with the controllers whatsoever. Also, I am using the PlayStation 5, I think it's called the Sense controller. I'm not really sure, but it's the PlayStation 5 controller, and it's connected via USB-C to my Mac, just in case anybody asks, because usually everybody asks, like, what controller are you using? Are you using Bluetooth? Are you not using Bluetooth? So usually when I test all my games, I just go for the cable hardwired. Why? Well, because it offers you the best stability and performance when you're actually playing a game. I'm sure I would be able to get this to work with a Bluetooth. In fact, Apple markets gaming on the Mac OS environment with a PlayStation 5 controller. We're always seeing the image of the controller next to the Mac, especially now that they're going to be releasing more games for the iPad and the iPhone. Well, ideally, you'd be using a PlayStation 5 controller. I'm sure that I'd be able to get this synced via Bluetooth to my Mac. However, I don't want to, because then I'd have to repair it to my PlayStation 5 and this and that and whatnot, and at the end of the day, it's a bit bothersome. But just for testing, I usually have 2 controllers. I have my Xbox One S controller, which that is always paired to my Mac OS by default, and then I use a PlayStation 5 controller for all the PlayStation games, specifically the RPCS3 Emulator, which I haven't actually been able to get any other controller to run. So it's like I need to use a PlayStation controller in any case. So guys, like I said, this game is running pretty well, 30 frames per second. Not the best, not the worst. We've definitely seen worse. And yeah, as I said at the very beginning of this video, this is a request. So if anybody else has any requests, I'll try to get back to you and actually, elaborate them. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Shit! Shit!
I know mommy's scary.
I just... Damn, that's a fucked up...
This really isn't funny.